Well, it's Human Rights Day here in South Africa, and we're hoping to cross to Sharpeville again before we end today's edition of Morning Live. But isn't it interesting listening to Leanne there out in Sharjah, a ministry, an entire ministry set up to focus on happiness, the happiness of the population, and it's set to produce more productive workforce. And also something else that was interesting there from Leanne's guest, she says they hire for for attitude. So the attitude is more important for, as she says, you can teach people skills, but you can't teach them to have the right attitude. So much for Leanne and I to chew on next week when she gets back. Right, with that said, let's bring our focus back to human rights, and we're going to cross back to Lehana Tsotetsi, who is still in Sharpeville, and that, of course, is where President Cyril Ramaphosa will be addressing the Human Rights Day commemoration from the George Thabe Stadium later today. But it's over to Lehana right now.
Well, I can't hear you, Sakina, but at the moment we are at the memorial site where the president will be coming shortly to lay the wreath. And with me are three ladies that I'm going to talk to. Two of them lost their family members, and one of the other ladies as well is the one who's dealing with assisting the families of the victims. And let me just get a view from them as to what actually happened that day. Who is I think
that day, ka letsatsi leo la 1960, nna ke ile ka hlokahallwa ke mme, ke le moradi wa ntate Mbele, ke nyetswe ha salanyane. Mme o la wa molemono dikgarurung tseo tsa 1960 that.
That's Miss Mbele, who lost her mother during those massacres, and she feels very sad about it. And the other lady with me as well, Mama, what happened to you?
Na ke me mona ke le baby montshiwa ona tlhokaetseng mona ke ragadi gaise di antate le ha ile re ka letsatsi leo ke ne ke soka ke hla ka ba mme o la nhlalosetsa ka selemo se gona go etsahetseng ke a ene le go ke letsatsi le go no lona di bus so ka o bana ragadi wa ka ona le mo le ena kuo mong ala hlokagala hona ke tsa halong ena.
The lady lost her aunt on that day. She was still young, but she was told that her aunt was also gunned down by the police at that meeting which was held. But now there is another issue to this matter here. There was an issue of reparations where people were promised that they will be compensated. Now let's just get a view as to what the process is and how far has it gone and who has actually benefited from this. Mama, hona le puo ya hore batho ba ne ba tlameha ho fumantshwa ditlhapiso. Ho etsahetseng?
Ntate ke Mary Manto, ke secretary ya Kolomane support group. Government ya rona batho ba 1960 ba hlokafetseng ka sehloho 10 ba nkile fela 10% e ba fileng reparation. Kolomane e lwanela hore ka fela bona batho bao ba fumane reparation ya bona ditlhapiso tsa bona. Re le Kolomane re ntse re mata re lo toitoia re dula le bona ba ntse ba re promise ke empty promises ha ona letho le re le fumana
le ne le fumane mangolo
ba ileng ba fumana reparation pele ba fumane mangolo mara it's only 10% but bana da more than that ndate.
The lady is from Kulumani and she says only 10% of the victims actually received reparations, and the others haven't received anything. And they are currently busy running around, going to different government offices to find out as to what the problem is, if whether these people will eventually get their compensation or reparations or not. With that, back to you in the studio.